current bit rate is lower. Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from. I'm Charleene. It's so nice to see you. Give us a quick hello in the chat. Tell me your name, where you're joining us from today. And you know what? Today, tell me one thing that you're grateful for. It can be anything. It could be something as simple as your favorite drink. Something as complex as someone that you love. Whatever it is. What are you thankful for right now? We have so much to be thankful for all the time. Sometimes it's nice just to take a pause and state it aloud. So it's good to see you. I see Michelle, I see Lori, I see Nathan. Hi, Anik. Michelle, good morning. Yes, from Toronto. Hi, good morning, Anik. Oh, good to see you. I loved it that I'm proud of myself. I knew you were here before you even said it. I saw in the chat. Jeremy, who was right above Nathan? Nathan, you're thankful for the mountains. Yeah. Beautiful. Hey, Victor, good morning. Hey, Violet, you're grateful for a sunny day. Yeah. You're grateful for the rain and cool temperatures, Anik. I love that. Look at the diversity, even just. We have so much beauty around us all the time. You get to experience both sun and cool temperatures and rain in the mountains. See? We're all working together. Victor, being alive. Wow. Yes. 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 Oh my goodness. All of these are so good. Angel. Oh, you love the new photo? Goddess vibes. Jeremy, my hubby, picked that one out. Yeah. He smiled. Michelle, you're grateful for your puppy, Layla. Oh. Don't animals give us the most unconditional love? We don't even deserve their goodness, and yet they show up for us. What a blessing. Hi, Mickey from Florida. Good to see you. Hey, Lori. Oh, you're grateful for nature. Yeah, that pure resonance that surrounds us. Victor, you're grateful for an overcast morning. Oh, those are my favorites. Maybe it's just being from Florida, anytime that we get a little reprieve from the sun, which during the summer is actually quite often. We do get a lot of rain here, which is magnificent. But there's something about overcast mornings. When I was little, I used to call them decaffeinated mornings. And I know my parents are actually both joining us on the live this morning, so that'll bring a little bit of a smile. Yeah, so I love decaffeinated mornings. They are the best. Today is it's a beautiful day as always. Mickey, you're grateful for being here, listening to amazing music. Yeah, the bulls are singing extra clear today, Jeremy was saying. So, hi Lillian, good afternoon. You're thankful for your place on earth. Yes, and it's a special place that nobody can fill but you. Incredible. I'm so glad you're here, Lillian. Nice to see you. Hey, Angel, in the summer, the Sunshine State is a misnomer for Florida. It rains every afternoon. It does. Did you see some of those storms yesterday? Very powerful. Really remind you of the intensity of nature. So good. Jane, good morning from the foothills of Northern California. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's nice to see you, Jane. Jane with a Y. It's a beautiful way to spell it. Michelle, I'm grateful to be here with everybody, with all of your friends, yes, your community that comes and joins. Thank you for spreading that love and all those blessings. You know, today is it's a Friday. Friday has very special energy all unto itself, right? Every day has its own unique energy. It's just built into the vibrations, the cycles that we experience of this life. And I've always liked the vibrations of Friday. There's this anticipatory, freeing kind of vibration that is, at least that's how Fridays have always felt to me. The moon today, she's actually transiting through Virgo. So the moon is one of the fastest moving planets, obviously, because she's so close to us. And so she usually only spends about 2.5 days in a sign before she hops on to another. So we have, every about 2.5 days, we have these sort of fluctuations in the influences that are happening in the air around us, right? So today, as the moon is moving through Virgo, we're really seeing details. Virgo is all about the details. And when the moon, the one who brings us towards really working on our inner world, having a better understanding of what's going on inside of us, when she's moving through Virgo, there's a lot of attention to figuring out, okay, where is this that needs to be tweaked? How can I tweak these details so that then I can contribute to a greater whole? There's a lot of that kind of cleaning house, but with the specific of details. And it made me think much about how divers, a lot of times they're swimming in this beautiful ocean or gulf or wherever they're communing with nature, and there's a lot that they can see around them. And sometimes they'll run into patches where there's no visibility. Sometimes they're complete, just crystalline clear waters. Sometimes there'll be very specific things that they can experience, whether it's the fish or the coral reefs or some sort of underwater wreckage. And then there's also sometimes things that they actually are purposefully diving to seek. And the moon in Virgo really made me think of this opportunity to begin to deep dive towards a place of active seeking, finding pearls. You know, pearls are one of my favorite stones. They have such a beautiful energy and resonance that you actually can connect to and use. Side note, interesting, actually in Vedic astrology and in Ayurveda, practitioners will actually prescribe jewelry or jewels or gems for someone to wear because of the energy that that particular stone gives off, it emanates. And that person's subtle body can begin to connect with that energy, and it helps to create more flow in their space. I mean, any excuse to wear a ruby, I'm down for, right? But it's actually a very purposeful art. And pearls are one of those stones that connect with the moon. So all coming back to this Friday, this great opportunity to anticipate how we can redefine and bring together and activate details in a real, meaningful, and powerful way. So today we're going to do some deep diving, emotional deep diving. So for all of you who are joining us for the first time, oh, Michelle, thank you so much. You like the slides? That was Jeremy's idea. So for those who are joining us for the first time, welcome. I'm Charleene. It's lovely to connect with you. This is a community where we allow vibration to take us on adventure, spiritual adventure. You can show up as much or as little as you'd like. You can be involved as actively or passively as feels good today. Every day will be different. Every day with the bowls are very different. Sometimes the bowls are encourage us to confront things within us that might not be as pleasant. Other times, they very gently guide us towards a memory of wholeness. And we never know what the bowls will do until they begin to do it. You see, the bowls are made out of 99.9% quartz crystal, and quartz is a very strong conductor of energy, of electricity. You're an electrical body. So your biofield is constantly giving out vibrations based on your emotional and your physical state as well. We can actually hear someone's physical health and state of health simply by being very tuned in and listening to their voice. It's very possible and very easy to hear sickness in someone's voice. And what it sounds like can often be just little tiny disconnects, little holes in the energy. So one of the things that the bowls helps us all do is fill in those spaces, those little missing components of energy. So every bowl will connect to you in a different way. Just allow it. These bowls there's 13 of them. They're chromatically tuned, just like every single key on a piano, from one octave to its top. And they're tuned to 432 Hertz, which connects directly to the frequency of the planet. So the bowls have a very grounding effect. We divide our time into retuning, which allows us to begin to really fully releasing, and then receiving whatever it is that we're looking for today. So if you'd like to practice seated, laying down, whatever feels good to you. Many of our friends love to use their earphones because whenever they put on earphones, it actually creates more of a binaural effect, and the bowls will begin to beat and move and activate your brain in different ways. The science behind it is fascinating. So you choose your own adventure today. So I welcome you now to begin just to get settled, kind of find your space. Yeah, take it, stretch if you need, a deep breath, whatever you need. I feel like we needed a little extra hot second today to kind of get settled in. That's okay. Be here now. This now is different from that now, or the other now, but they're all nows, and there's only a now that exists. There actually is no past and there is no future because they have always been now. Even when we think of it as then, it's still now. There we go. Now we're settling. Good to see everybody here. Anik, you're a Virgo, so you probably really like this little transit. You like having all those details getting worked in. Yeah, so good. Well, let's begin just to become present. Take a deep breath and then let it go. Good. Take another deep breath and then let it go. One more deep breath. Fill your lungs as much as you can. Hold it, hold it, hold it, then let it go. Good. whatever your grounding practice is, I welcome you to begin that. Begin just to recenter your space. Reconnect. Clear and ground. Clear and ground. Clear and ground. invite you now to become aware of your breath. What's the tempo of your breath today, right now? What's the depth of your breath today, right now? Just notice. And then begin to welcome in a slower, deeper breath. Begin to fill your lungs to a greater capacity. And then release. Bring in this greater breath, this ability to sustain for even longer times, almost like you're preparing to dive underwater. Just begin to welcome in more and more of your own life force through your breath. Good. Let me share with you. According to an old Hindu legend, long before there was a time when all beings on earth were gods, but they started to wrongly use their divinity. So Brahma, the creator, decided to take away all the divinity from all beings and decided to hide it somewhere they could never find it. So Brahma called the council of the gods to help him decide what place should he hide this divinity. Some suggested, let's bury it deep inside the earth. To this, Brahma answered, no, humans will dig into the earth and find it. Some gods suggested, well, let's sink it into the depths of the ocean. Again, Brahma said, no, human will learn to dive into ocean and find it. After thinking a while, some suggested, let's hide at the top of a mountain. Again, Brahma replied, humans will eventually climb up the mountains and take up their divinity. Then all the gods gave up and said, it seems like there is no place on earth to hide divinity where human beings will eventually not reach it. Brahma thought for a while and said, we will hide their divinity deep into the center of their own being. Humans will search for it here and there, but they won't look for divinity inside their true self. All the gods agreed that this was the best place for hiding the divinity, and the deed was done. Since then, humans have been going up and down, digging, climbing, diving, exploring, and searching for something which lies within themselves. see yourself just gently pulsing with the vibrations within your own body, your own space. Just floating, fully supported. How does the water feel to you today? Is your water cool? Is it warm? Is it choppy? Is it still? Is it comforting? Is it invigorating? Recognize your waters. Now these are magical healing waters, miraculous healing waters, which means they can be any color at all. Any color that you can see and perceive, any color that maybe you've yet to see or perceive. What color is your water today? Is in the water around you? Are you perhaps in an enclosed inlet? Perhaps you're in a tiny pool under a large waterfall. Perhaps you're floating in the middle of an open sea. Overhead as you're floating? How does your sky appear? Do you have a sky above you? Is it a blue sky? Are there storm clouds in the distance? Is it a bright and sunny day? Is there something different that fills your sky? Maybe it's twilight. Maybe the aurora borealis is dancing above you. What feelings arise whenever you look at your sky? Let's look at the details. Is there anyone else in your sky? Or perhaps even just nearby in the water? Perhaps there's gulls floating in the distance. Perhaps there's an animal that's watching from the shoreline. also become aware. What is the strongest feeling you are experiencing right now? What is the most powerful emotion that's coming up in your space? Is it peace? Is it fear? Perhaps from something that you've seen around you? Is it dread? Is it joy? Is it relaxation? Just notice it. Say hello to that feeling, just as you would a friend who has come to your front door. Then pay it no mind, good or bad. Now I invite you to begin to turn over. Gently immerse your face into the water. Now, this is magical, miraculous water. It's just as easy for you to breathe with your face in the water as it is for your face in the air to take in oxygen. What do you see in your waters? Can you see completely to the bottom? You get to a point where the darkness begins to take over. You can't quite make out what's happening beneath fully. You can see to a point. Perhaps you can't see anything at all. Whatever that is, let's begin with your intention to move some of the murky haze out of your space and increase that visibility. Now these are your waters, so all it takes is your intention, saying, I would like for this to pass, to shift, to move away, to transform. Begin releasing. Witness how they move and dance in tandem as community. Perhaps there's a little creature creeping along, sideways, forward, back, zigzag. The beautiful colors of the coral reefs, or sea grasses, lake grasses. Whatever it is in your water, see it very clearly. Can you see it? Now, look closer. Begin to move towards whatever that point of focus is for you, and look at it more closely. What do you observe? Perhaps if you're looking at an underwater plant, can you see the microgreen of this foliage? Can you see the individual scale on every fish? Keep looking. The details hold extra magic. Focus. Good. Now, look closer again. Even still, going within that organism. Can you see the vibrations of the cells? Your vision is powerful. You're able to see things you once perceived maybe were impossible, and yet right now you can see all of nature, its entire depth of life. Can you see the atoms in the cells shifting and moving? They almost look like they're dancing, as if you were looking at a night sky full of stars. They look like their own universe. Good. And gently begin to bring your attention back towards the macro, towards your total environment. Glance around and recalibrate. How are you feeling right now? What emotion is most predominant in your space? Perhaps it's clarity. Perhaps it's confusion. Perhaps it's acceptance. Whatever it is, notice it. Welcome it. recognize the clarity that is beginning to vibrate through your waters right now. Say hello to that. Welcome that. Allow that. Clarity helps remind us how truly connected we actually are. The acceptance of all that is, and all is well. And there's always an opportunity to go deeper. Let's do that together now. Find where you are in your waters. Perhaps you're floating near the surface with your face looking down into the water like a little snorkeler. Perhaps you're midway down, diving, walking, floating, turning, dancing, undulating in the water like a mermaid or a dolphin. Perhaps you're already headed towards those deep points. Find where you are. Good. Now let's begin to dive. To invite you to think, imagine, or feel a trajectory directly in front of you. A trajectory towards a mollusk. Its shell tightly closed. Yet when you look at the mollusk, you can see the bivalves beginning to open and pulse, almost giving you a sneak peek of a beautiful shining object inside. You can't quite make it out yet. Shift your trajectory towards that little mollusk. As you grow closer, the mollusk begins to open and close a little bit wider, pulsing bubbles and beautiful vibrations fill the waters around this beautiful little shelled creature. As you would with any friend, approach with grace, with love, with curiosity, with acceptance. Feel all of these vibrations. Consciously moving towards what you now see as this pearl inside of a mollusk. Magical, miraculous, and yours. to the divinity within this particular aspect of yourself. These are your waters. This friend is a reflection of you, a deeper part of you. So honor that part of yourself with grace. And as you see the mollusk reciprocate your greeting, begin to ask, what is this pearl that lies deep within you? Allow the mollusk to show you, perhaps as a picture, perhaps as a word, a thought, a feeling, or an emotion, the complexity of this pearl. Begin to look more closely at the pearl. The mollusk opens, coming towards you, allowing you greater insight, greater clarity into this shining, shimmering, splendid pearl. What do you notice? As you witness this clarity, this gentle clarity, what emotions are arising within you right now? And breathe, breathe. Send a message of gratitude now, however you want to express gratitude, to this side of yourself, masquerading as a mollusk, sharing this pearl of clarity, of wisdom, insight. Just send a little thank you. And witness that gratitude being reciprocated, bringing a smile to your face. Now, as you bow in reverence for the message you've just received, ask your mollusk friend, is it to my highest good to keep this pearl here with you for now, or should I take it back to the surface with me. Ask for guidance. Trust that there is not a wrong answer. All is well. Trust that your deeper self, your divinity, will share the right answer for you beyond ego, beyond any mental constructs that sometimes like to creep in. There you go, good. What is right for you today? Does a pearl stay nestled in the depths? Your own hidden, buried treasure that perhaps only you are cognizant of right now? Or is it time to share this pearl with the world? Bringing it back into the sunlight. Whatever your response, with gratitude in your heart and a bow of your head, thank your mollusk friend and begin returning, ascending back to your surface. As you get closer, you feel the rays of the sun beginning to warm the waters above you. You might hear a gentle rain in the distance, or your skies could be completely clear. What do you see? And as you come back, fully surfacing, notice a beautiful rainbow that's crossing your sky, seemingly out of nowhere. It might not have even been possible from our earthly perspective, and yet there it is. Rainbow. A symbol of hope. A promise that all is well. Now gently put your pearl into your pocket as you begin to climb out of your water, wherever you need to go to find your shoreline. Make your way towards your shoreline right now. It may be near or far, but right now you are on your shore. Think, imagine, or feel any last insights of clarity, any emotional connection with yourself or any higher connection that you perceive, sprinkling onto you now as this rainbow light. Light is vibration. Welcome these vibrations. Allow. Take a deep breath. exhale of this sparkling rainbow light that's filling your soul, that's filling your body with vibrations you didn't even recognize you're missing. And let it go. One last deep inhale. Holding at the top. Hold. Bring in all of that light. Good. Then gently release. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. Well done. Well done. Welcome back. Just gently begin to come back in your own time, bringing your attention awareness back into your physical body and your space. You may need to just gently give yourself a little hug. Maybe rub your hands together really quickly if you'd like, and then put that energy over your eyes. Just breathe in this light. Good. Good. Do that again. Rub your palms together. Let's rub them rather vigorously. Keep rubbing. Good. Keep rubbing, 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 rubbing. And then inhale them through your eyes. This beautiful energy, allowing it just to pulsate and flow throughout your entire system. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Oh, I'd love to hear. Tell me in the chat. Goodness, let me tell you what the bowls were sharing today. It was interesting to see how emotions bob and weave us in ways that I think oftentimes we're not even aware of. Sometimes we have these fears that come up whenever we turned towards the beginning, and in that meditation we turned and looked into the waters below. And actually as well, when some of us were just feeling what was under us, but we weren't looking at it. There was a lot of fear. There was some anxiety that came up. You could feel that in the skipping and the jumping of the bowls. That's stuttering energy. And yet there were times when this very smooth resonance of, for lack of a better word, peace, would really infiltrate all of the spaces. But then things would come up and shift and churn and shake. So it was very interesting to watch and follow today. The bowls were much more connected towards a very specific resonant frequency. There were only a few times whenever we really wanted to kind of bring in other vibrations. And it felt like those vibrations were sent to just kind of take us over the edge a little bit, loosen things up, as we say. So that was a really lovely experience, at least from where I was sitting. I hope it was beautiful for you as well. What are some of your experiences? Nathan, thank you so much for your donation. Thank you. I appreciate that. Peace. Hi. It's always my pleasure. It's always so nice to see you. You have such a peaceful, no pun intended. You have such a soothing screen name that you go by. I love that. Unless that's your first name, and then God bless you. That's so great. That's really, really cool. Yeah, you love the green vibes. Totally. Every redhead loves a good green color. Yeah, it just felt appropriate today. These healing waters of deep diving, the greens and the blues. So thank you for noticing that. We try to really cultivate the space as best we can for welcoming the unexpected. So thank you for noticing that. Victor, you fell asleep. Oh, that's good. That means you went really, really deep. It's fantastic. Yeah. Angel, always such a vibe. Yeah, it really is. The bowls were very, they're very vibey. They have a mind of their own, but they're reflecting back. they're reflecting back you and your energy as well. So thanks for showing up and sharing with the bowls too. It's a team effort here. Peace, you really loved it. Oh, that's so great. Dorothy, you fell asleep as well, you and Victor. Good, good. That means that you needed that rejuvenation. Sometimes I find too, whenever we allow ourselves to doze during meditations, we're actually, even if our mind is not cognizant of the work that we're doing, the work still gets done. Remember, the mind is just a tiny speck of all of our potential. So even in psychology, you know, the active mind, the thinking mind is only about 2 or 3%. Then the subconscious mind, so breathing, heartbeat, those types of things, involuntary movements. I'm not thinking about moving my hand and yet it just moved. I'm Irish, we talk with our hands. I'm not even Italian. So those are only another 2 or 3%, but about 95% of everything that our brain is processing or experiencing is unconscious. In the spiritual world, we connect that to consciousness. It's funny how the vernacular changes. Yet it's all the same, right? So, yeah, there's such potential there whenever you sleep, whenever you rest. When we rest, we can allow. That's why we sleep. We sleep so we can reset. When we reset, it takes us back to that center point of allowing. Have you ever noticed if sometimes you wake up and you're kind of wake up on the wrong side of the bed? Sometimes if you lay back down just for a little bit and kind of reset and regroup, okay, I'm waking up on the right side of the bed. It's these phenomenons. Sometimes I find towards the end of the day, my emotional stability has kind of gotten a little bit off edge. So then it's time for me to go to bed. Or refresh in some way. It's time for me to meditate. So yeah, so good for you. Ginger, oh, beautiful experience for you. That's wonderful. I'm so glad. And I love your green and blue hearts. And thank you so much, Ginger, for your donation. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, Max, it's nice to see you again. Thank you for your donation as well, my friend. Anik, that was very profound for you, still processing. But a beautiful soul came through to me that hasn't been in my life for 4.5 years. I was greeted with unconditional love, and as the tears streamed down my face, I was overcome with a deep gratitude and confirmation that all worked out as it was meant to. Yeah, it always does. It always does. We have soul agreements on so many levels that are operating in that 95% below our thinking side. So good for you for releasing the thought and allowing the flow. Relationships are here for long, sometimes short times, but they're always here from a point of potential, of love, of growth. Even a relationship that's not loving, that could be seen perhaps on the other side of the coin, can always be experienced and received and learned from a point of love. You know, they say a bad man is a blessing to a good man, for he shows him the way not to be. And a good man is a blessing to the bad man for the same reason. We all get to see an aspect of ourselves in these relationships. So thank you for sharing that. I know you must be processing a lot. We're holding space with love for you on that. Yeah. See, Nathan, peace. Nathan, you loved the visualizations today. Oh, I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, it's just a slightly different way to approach, right? Like I said, every day's different. Nothing was planned. It just came out. So I'm glad that was received well. I appreciate that. And I always love spending time with you all. Tomorrow we'll be back. Tomorrow it's Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be talking about practical new moon magic. Tomorrow is the new moon. Today we're already feeling those effects. You know, the new moon is a time of stillness when We really go within. And we have the opportunity to connect to ourselves on a very, very, very true and still level as to what it is that we want to manifest in this next cycle, this next round that the moon, as she takes 27 and a half days to navigate around us, to shift and move and affect us in ways that cultivate the potential of new growth. So tomorrow we're going to be exploring the new moon. So excited about that. Hi, Ashen. Oh, it's my pleasure. It's nice to see you. That's a great beard you have, sir. Fantastic. So cool. I'm not sure we've connected before, but if we have, it's good to see you again. But I think I might recognize that beard. So thank you for saying hello. It's good to see you. Peace, you're so grateful for creating this, for us creating this beautiful space regularly. Thank you for saying that. It's a pleasure, and we're glad to be here with you. It brings, where two or more are gathered together, we can really amp up some really good energy. So, and the energy that you show up with and bring and cultivate and return is this vibrant, pulsating light that manifests beyond just this hour that we're together, this hour and 10 minutes now. I appreciate you being here. If you haven't heard about our kind of new thing that we're doing, it's not kind of, it is very new. We're starting a healing circle, which will be every Sunday at 12:25 p.m. Eastern Time, so 9:25 a.m. Pacific Time, and probably like 5:25 p.m. for European time. Forgive me, I'm terrible with time. But what we're doing is that we're actually featuring and bringing forward those who in our community or who are joining our community who are in need of intentionalized healing. We're going to send them these vibrations through the bowls, through affirmation, through prayer, if that's something that's comfortable for you. But really strong intentions and affirmations and vibrations. However you want to show up is what we're going to do. There will be 6 souls that are featured for 10 minutes for our time from starting at 12:30, which is why we're going to show up about 5 minutes early, all the way to 1:30. We're going to be sending healing intentions, vibrations for each of these individuals. It doesn't matter what the situation is. It could be anything from cancer to diabetes to asthma to depression to mental health issues. Whatever it is, this is a time that we get to come together and intend goodness, intend health, intend the return to wholeness for all of us. It's all part of our journey, right? We're just showing up for our brothers and sisters, and we're going to do it through words of intention, through the vibrations of the bowls. So if that's something that you are interested in, send me a direct message, and either myself or my husband Jeremy will get back with you immediately so that we can get you connected. There's just a little bit of information that we'll obviously need so that we can help tailor the specific affirmations that will be the greatest blessing to you. So if this resonates with you, please reach out. I think we have one more space. If you feel like that might be good for you for this week, or if you just want to come and watch and observe, and then maybe next week, the following week, do what's right for you. If you recognize this might be good for a friend, please share this with them. You don't have to be a regular attendee to receive the benefit. They don't even have to attend, as long as there's permission to send them love. Light transcends, vibration transcends beyond time, space. It is all. So that's Sunday. I'm so excited to start this journey with you all. I pray it's going to be a blessing to you wherever you are in your life, on your path, on your walk. We're all just walking home, right? So I'm hoping this will be something that provides a lot of peace and healing. So, it's one of those things, you give a healing and you receive a healing. So even just you showing up will be a healing not only for you, but will also be magnifying the intention for everyone who's dealing with a similar type of vibrational discrepancy, a vibrational shift. So let's see if we can't put some healing light into the world. So, oh, Jeremy, I see that there's some comments. I see Carolina, what a beautiful name. Great session, thank you. Even though I was listening while working, that's perfect. That's perfect. Issue, it will work out on the it will definitely work out on the subconscious level. It helps you deal with a lot of work stress. That's great. Good, good, good. See, you showed up for yourself. Even when you were having to show up for others, you still allowed yourself to show up for you. So blessings to you. May your day be stress-free. May you be able to breathe into the freeness and the fluidity that is you, that is your natural state. Love that. Thank you for sharing. Peace, it lifts you up, especially on difficult days. Yeah, definitely working on the subconscious level, Carolina. That's great. Peace, what was the start time and day? So with the Sunday, the healing session, the healing circles will be every Sunday. Sunday at 12:25 p.m. Eastern Time. So 9:25 a.m. Pacific Time. Yep, I think Jeremy popped it down into the chat. Yeah, perfect. Hi, City. Peace to you, my friend, as well, and gratitude for you being here today. I'm so glad it was good for you. It's nice to see you, City. Nice to see you. Yep. Peace, you were 100% right. We will receive healing by healing others. Absolutely. You see, the energy is reciprocating. Loosely, that's also the aspect of what karma is. It's a little more in-depth of conversation, of which I know we don't have time for right now, but it's that exact same flow. We give, we receive. That's what it is. That's what it is. And it's a lot easier for frequencies that have a clearer vibration to move quicker. It's no different than how light moves versus how sound moves. It's the same type of thing. So, Victor, peace in the city. Yes. You're punny, Victor. You're very, very punny. Peace. I'm so glad you enjoyed today. Thank you for being here as well. We love sharing this time and space with you. Today's Friday, which is a day of magic. So may you tap into the depth of your miraculous existence today. May your walk be easy. May your load be light. May you know how incredibly valuable you are to this world. May you know that because you show up, the world shows up for you tenfold. You are supported. You are loved. And until I see you again, be well. Sat Nam.